Lindsey Vonn stands as one of the most accomplished and resilient figures in alpine skiing history. With an extraordinary record of 83 World Cup victories, more than 130 podium finishes, 3 Olympic medals and 8 World Championship medals, her legacy is firmly etched in the sport. She ranks third all-time in super rankings among both men and women, trailing only Austrian Marcel Hirscher and fellow American Mikaela Shiffrin. Yet her story is defined not just by triumphs but by an unyielding refusal to quit, even in the face of repeated injuries and the decision to retire years ago. 7 years prior, Lindsey announced her retirement following the World Championships, citing that her knees could no longer withstand the demands of elite competition. She had pushed the limits of ski racing for decades, achieving incredible success while enduring dramatic crashes and chronic pain. In her retirement statement, she explained that she had always resisted letting injuries dominate her narrative. She kept quiet about a spring surgery, hoping therapy, training, and a knee brace would suffice, but ultimately her body refused to cooperate. The turns required for top-level performance were no longer possible, and she chose to listen when her body demanded she stop. Her final competitive moment, a third-place downhill finish, seemed to mark the end of an era. However, Lindsey's passion for the sport proved too strong to fade completely. In November 2024, at age 40, she stunned the skiing world by announcing her return to competition, just 7 months after undergoing a right knee replacement. The procedure finally relieved years of pain from prior surgeries and damage. She admitted that she would not pursue this comeback without aspirations to race competitively again. Her love for speed remained undiminished, and she wondered aloud how fast she could still go. The question was answered emphatically when only 3 months later she qualified for the World Championships and placed 15th in the downhill, proving her return was no mere nostalgia trip. Momentum built rapidly. Back-to-back bronze medals in Super G events, combined with historic wins, positioned her to qualify for the Olympic team once more. She described the honor of representing her country in a 5th and final Olympics as profoundly meaningful, especially in Cortina, a location with deep personal significance tied to her career milestones. While she could not promise specific results, she pledged to give her absolute best every time she pushed out of the starting gate. Regardless of outcomes, she felt she had already won by reclaiming her place on the mountain. Gratitude for the season's progress filled her, but she emphasized that her journey was just beginning. The comeback faced its most severe test yet when, during a World Cup event in Switzerland, Lindsey crashed and had to be airlifted to a hospital. Medical evaluations revealed a ruptured left ACL, an injury that typically sidelines athletes for months or requires surgery and extensive rehabilitation. For most, this would end any hope of competing at the Olympics so soon after. But Lindsey viewed it differently, as an inconvenience rather than a full stop. After thorough consultations with doctors, intensive therapy, physical testing, and even skiing sessions to assess her capabilities, she determined she could still compete in the Olympic downhill. She shared her confidence publicly, noting that while her chances had diminished due to the injury, a chance still existed, and as long as it did, she would not abandon hope or give up. Her body had shown resilience before and she trusted it now. She planned to complete the required training run before the main event, approaching each step with determination. The nation rallied behind her, inspired by her refusal to let adversity define her.